Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing a little comparison test between the Convoy L8 and also the Convoy M21B. Both of these have Osram W2 emitters in there, so basically the CSLPM1.F1 and the CULPM1.TG, so the white and the green. The green produces more lumens and extra throw, so I think this is going to be an interesting test. At the end, I'll have some beam shots so that you can see how they actually perform in real life. But basically, in terms of what's included when I got these flashlights, the L8 came with a 26800 cell battery. The M21Bs did not come with their own cells. They had basically just the lanyard and the flashlight itself. Didn't even come with a clip. Pretty basic, but absolute bargain for the performance and the quality of production that you get for both of these lights. I mean, I really like the anodization on Convoy lights. They have this sort of matte black finish, and the cutouts as well, if you see here, they just have more of these aggressive cutouts to increase the surface area of the flashlight. The only issue with that is that I find that when you knock it against other flashlights or objects, you do get some scratching around that area just because it creates more friction. But at the end of the day, it doesn't affect the actual performance of the flashlight, so I don't mind. Doesn't matter. I don't baby my flashlights. You can disassemble all these lights as well. So basically just take them apart. The heads, the bezels, you can unscrew them, open them up, change the LEDs if you want, change the lens, or you can change the bezel. You can flip the battery tube. I don't think you can do it on the Convoy L8, but you can definitely get into the actual driver and everything by unscrewing the bezel and taking the head off flashlight. So for those of you who like tinkering around, it's great. So both of these flashlights, I'm just putting these into one group, they are excellent throwers. And especially if you're looking for something for best bang for buck for a thrower, you really can't beat either of these. But again, got the L8, which is gigantic, and then you've got a couple of these ones here. So, if we just measure this one up, this one's easily, be able to fit this one in your pocket. I carry this around as well. It's about 14, just over 14 centimeters, whereas the L8, you're looking at close to 19.5 centimeters. Look at that bezel. I'm not even going to measure that, but it's enormous compared to the M21B range, okay? But I think it's important to note that the throw is actually pretty impressive, especially on the green version. You get close to 1 kilometer of throw. It's about 922 meters, I think, that I measured, and the L8, 1.5 kilometers of throw. But then if you've got the white version of the W1 emitter, it's about 700-ish, 720 something meters of throw versus, again, double that at 1.5 kilometers of throw. So you get double the throw if you get the white version, okay? But again, this is something you can just carry around easily in your pocket, doesn't take up too much space, easy, it's cheaper as well than the L8. So really depends on what you're looking for. Now the LEDs are different. You got the SBT 90.2 in this in the L8. Okay, quite a large die surface in there, but in relation to the amount of lumens that it produces, quite impressive. But if you look at these PM1 emitters, you see that the actual die surface is so small. It's only 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters down at the base. But for such a small die surface, you're getting 1,600 to 2,000 lumens of output, and that's all coming from that little area of die surface. And then that's one of the reasons why you're able to get such incredible throw with a small emitter like that. You can also change the mode. So I think this one comes with 10 different mode settings. So you can actually go through, and if you want a mode that just says 100%, you can activate that. So whenever you turn on the flashlight, it turns to 100%. Or you can have, modes that are just on the lower side of things. There's a bike mode, there's a strobe function as well built into some of the modes. So there's pretty much something in there for everyone. And I've just chosen the 5 grouping modes so that I have access to that lowest 0.1%, but still the 100% as well. Okay. The L8 does not have the ability to do that, just comes with a preset system here. So there's 4 modes, and you just press and hold the button, 2, 3, 4. Incredibly bright. And then back down to the lowest one as well. Has a battery check mode, also has a momentary mode that you can activate so that when you hold down that switch, it just turns the flashlight on. You don't get that on these two. So no battery mode and no tactical or momentary mode. Something I wish that I actually had on some of these Convoy lights. Okay, so the good thing though is that the memory mode, it doesn't take too long to memorize the last mode. So say if I'm in, let me get back to the lowest one again. So that's the lowest mode. Turn it off, turn it on. As long as it's within, you just wait about a second, it memorizes that previous mode. And I think that's important. If you don't have tactical mode, you know, sometimes you activate that light very quickly, turn it off, and you want to just turn it on quickly afterwards to check something else. And you turn it back on, and you turn that flashlight on so you can go check something else. It doesn't accidentally go into the next mode. So that's a little introduction. That's a quick little introduction. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you. Before we go into the beam shots, do me a favor, click the like button because that helps me get my videos out to more people, and also subscribe if you want to keep seeing me make more review videos. The Convoy L8 and the Convoy M21B with the PM1.TG emitter, white emitter. So let's go with that one first. And great throw. See it all the way, hits the trees right at the back, and you know, decent amount of flood as well, as you can see. It could work as a walking light too. You know, someone asked me whether you can use it as a walking light. I think you can. It's definitely enough flood, especially in this area. There's a lot of ambient light. Let's chuck on the L8, and whoa, this thing is just like a lightsaber. But if we compare it to, you know, if we compare it to the M21, you know, it's definitely outthrows it, that's for sure. But it has a similar beam profile, and you know, especially if you're looking to carry around a flashlight in your pocket, a little thrower in your pocket, the M21B is perfect. But you're not going to get this monster throw that you get with the L8. Look at that. Underneath the trees at the back, just hitting those trees with ease. And you know, I find it also holds its brightness for a lot longer, just due to the size of the host. It can dissipate heat and cooling fins as well a lot more easily. And I'm going to chuck in another flashlight, the CSL, the same host, M21B, with the CSLPM1 in the green, L8 on the right, and I've got the CSLPM1 green on the left. Decent throw for both. But the SBT 90, the L8's just blows it out of the water. And you can see down at the bottom of the trees as well, quite well for both.